So Tracy, you've brought this book of Michael Jackson to the table, but this isn't Michael Jackson, though he looks exactly like Michael Jackson.
Yes, the big news this Saturday at the arena, it is Michael Jackson review show, and we've got tickets to give away and this wonderful souvenir book. So call right now at 480-3500.
Is a souvenir, so that is him though. This is Kenny Wiz, right?
This is Kenny Wiz on the cover. Number one impersonator.
So he looks exactly like Michael Jackson, like in this picture anyway. I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around these impersonation shows because there are many of them, and actually at the back of this book, this production company does a whole bunch. Queen, Neil Diamond, the Eagles, the Bee Gees, Tina Turner, Beatles, ABBA, Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus. Now, many of these artists are still alive, which is bizarre.
And not just burnt out. I mean, presumably Hannah and Miley are still doing okay.
Yeah, you would think. Yeah. But what I've noticed just by looking at it here is a lot of them, I think these impersonators might just be in waiting because a lot of them say coming soon on the bottom, except for the Beatles for some reason.
Well, exactly, yeah, because they're...
But then if you look, they have a full list of the full company, and this company, the producer, has been in the business for close to 40 years, over 1,000 performances in 22 countries. So this is clearly a business.
Well, for sure, but would you want, so some of these acts are still alive. Neil Diamond still plays Vegas like every day. So why would you want to see fake Neil Diamond if you could go see real Neil Diamond?
I think it's a curiosity, right? To see, like, does he really?
Would you go though?
I probably wouldn't, but I mean, yeah, you go to Vegas and there's impersonators all over the place. It's not just of the people you think of like Elvis and Michael Jackson. I was walking around there and I saw Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean standing on the corner, and it was very awkward.
But for sure, but show-wise, like people are spending money to go see performances. Like there's the Tina Turner one. Well, I don't know if she tour anymore, but
she doesn't. I don't think. Like there hasn't been really anything about her. So you know what? It's fans of hers that want to remember Tina when she was, in her 30s, in her heyday. Like look at Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond today does not look like that with a full head of hair.
Yeah, but I'm not going to see him looking like that. I want to hear him sing "Cracklin' Rosie," and
exactly.
That's I don't know. It just
if you're a fan of the artist, then you want to see them, and so you can. It's bragging rights, right? Like I actually saw him, and when David Bowie came to town. I mean, for me, I've loved him for years, and he's not what he used to be, but I was still enamored because David Bowie. And Elton John maybe is a better example where he doesn't hit any of those notes that he did in the 70s and 80s. But seeing him when he came to Winnipeg like a decade ago, I still, just to see him at the piano and playing, I mean, I would never want to go to an impersonator, but...
Well, that's what I mean. It just seems strange but I mean, clearly people go.
What I want to know is if, like, Tina Turner goes to the Tina Turner impersonator, like, oh, right, that's what I actually am supposed to sound like.
Do you think they'd have to get the blessing from the people who are still alive to be able to do it? Because that's your image. You own your image.
I was thinking because you said that if you win this package that you get it signed.
Yes.
Like, is that okay? Can you sign somebody else's name?
Well, that's the question. Is he going to sign it Kenny Wiz or is he going to sign it Michael Jackson?
I don't know. Maybe you have to call in and maybe win this and let us know.
And let us know.
And then you get to see what it is. But I think too, for these kind of acts, they do very well at the corporate level. So you've got a big company and you want to entertain them with Michael Jackson. Well, obviously you're not going to get the Michael himself, but or you want Tina Turner to entertain. Well, this is your next best bet.
And I will say that when I was a huge Elvis fan when I was a kid, I have no idea why. I mean, my dad listened to lots of older music, but I just loved Elvis. And I remember my mom took me, I think it was my mom. Anyways, somebody took me to the Centennial Concert Hall in Brandon, and we watched like Elvis through the ages. So the first part was a young Elvis, the second part was the middle years, and then the other ones was like almost, sleeping to death with sleeping pills, Elvis, and and I mean I loved it, and the place was packed, and so there is that just you just want to have a little bit of visit down memory lane, I think, for a lot of people, and the production value is there. Right?
Oh, for sure, it's huge.
Yeah.
Well, and especially Michael Jackson's final show the tour was supposed to be the most spectacular thing ever. If you watch the movie, this is it. It looked like it was going to be amazing. So I don't know, maybe if you get to capture that. No, he probably doesn't sound exactly like him, but he sure looks like him. I mean, I think you'd have to get plastic surgery to recreate that nose, because that wasn't of nature, for sure. So,
And as long as he has the dance moves down, then yeah.
I mean, I guess probably he looked enough like him at some point that
Yes,
he,
well, of course.
someone
How
said,
messed up are you though, as an impersonator? Because you think
It's
about
interesting.
actors who like they have to really get into their roles for a particular movie, and they talk
This
about
is-
having to be at home and like trying to think how their character would be, but like
This is the
you
same
all the
person.
time.
You have to live, eat, and breathe all the time. And it was interesting because I interviewed the Queen impersonator. They were here, and he was out of makeup, out of costume, and then just
So what did he
friendly
say?
flow.
Like,
And he says, yeah, he says it's just my, this is something that I do as a job. So when I go to the theater, put my makeup on, I become Freddie Mercury, and then when I take my makeup off, I'm me.
playing football?
Yeah, or going out for a beer. I don't know. It was kind of bizarre, and whether or not he was just saying that, but I think at some point it has to rub off on you, and to be a really good impersonator, you have to believe that you are that person.
Sure.
you think so?
Oh yeah, in some way, shape, or form.
So
yeah.
you have to believe in yourself, so that other people will believe in you too.
Well, I don't know. And I'm curious, like, to have the look and the sound would be
Yeah.
a pretty difficult combination, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that sound like Michael Jackson but don't even, not
don't
remotely look like him. Well, this guy actually looks like him. So to find that,
I want to know how much he practiced the moonwalk to get that down.
I don't know, the moonwalk's the hard part.
It is the hard part. Have you ever
Maybe
tried
for
to
for
moonwalk?
a white, maybe for you.
Yeah.
True.
Lanky, tall
For a
hockey
6'4",
player.
yeah, hockey player.
It's the nicest thing you've ever called me.
No, but I mean, I think the hardest part is what Michael Jackson really did, which was tremendous dance moves throughout the whole show and singing his own songs. That's not a man who lip synced. He was, Michael Jackson was all about the real thing when he performed. And so to get all that down, I mean, if this guy's that good, that's impressive. And that would be interesting enough to go watch. I mean, I think I always wished that I could have seen that last tour. I would have probably, if he had not passed away, I would like to have tried to go find tickets somewhere to go see it, because I was, like so many of us who were listening to music when he was alive and still releasing songs, and I would love to have seen that. So if this is that good, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool.
So somebody can find out. We've got tickets here,
All right.
so just call in.
And then let us know after how it was. That would be awesome.
And about the signature too.
Yes, I do want to know what's he going to sign, exactly.
Any whiz.
Yes, well, we need to get back to work, which really is going to entail whipping the intern for the rest of the day. So let's get back at it. Thank you for joining us, Ryan.
Thanks for
And
having me.
Everybody have a great day.